All right, guys, here we go. We're going to do a quick breakdown on Bitcoin, and then we're going to look at a few altcoins that people have requested. We do a chart breakdown on. So let's get into Bitcoin first. And what I want to show you is this post over on X that about a week ago we gave our Patreon members the blueprint of where we were expecting price to go. This gold price path here, what we were looking at, and I would say that we are there. That also, I can go back to the other one to show you. See, that was the original bottom that we were calling on Bitcoin. Let me pull that up again right here. And as you can see, that's several weeks ago. And then the only way we were going to get, or the bears, are going to get us to 100 grand, and that, which would be below the 200 simple day moving average, was to take out that low pivot there. That came close, but no cigar. Here we are, today taking off. So, let me get back to the chart. And here we are. Now we're hitting, the charts are perfect. I mean, if you know how to read them, you can call tops, bottoms, breakouts, breakdowns. But anyways, you can see through here. Let me pull it in so you actually see it. Consolidation all through here for several days. Then we broke it. And then that support became what? Resistance. See, we hit, couldn't go further, hit here, couldn't go further, all through here, resistance. And today, it's a little, we're having a little issue here, but at one point we were, obviously the candle was green all the way to the top. That's just, where some profit taken had been, pulled out, so on and so forth. But on a good note, we did have a big red candle yesterday, but it was all bought at by the dippers, came in, so to speak, saved the day. We were expecting a little bit deeper pullback here, but we already have a new price path lined out for our Patreon members, so we will definitely be going by that. Now let's get into the other altcoins. The other one that people were asking about was Ethereum, and as you can see, we're holding that previous support. Look, forever and ever, we were holding that support, that shelf there, and we're coming back up. And what the drive is now, what the problem is now, is the 20. Okay, but we're having a green candle taking out red. Now I know that's very simplistic, so to speak, and everything, but no use complicating this stuff. You don't have to have 5,000 lines on the chart and everything to be able to call, breakouts, bottoms, tops, so on and so forth. Okay. And right here, we did the bottom because we had this previous, resistance over here. Okay. Previous resistance, a lot of times, not 100, but a lot of times will be support as you come back down into it. Okay. And then that's the problem now. We have support that's most times resistance as you come up into it. Now, what do we have? We have about 5 hours to go before this candle closes. And if it closes where it is now, or higher the better, we are expecting another green candle tomorrow for the simple reason that we're getting a breakout above that red candle, that little candle there. See, we had a red candle, green candle, continuation the next day, and then a red candle, green candle, we're expecting continuation. Okay. All right. So that's Ethereum. The next one people are asking about is XRP. And here we go. Okay, see, we had this on there for a while, that W formation. Okay, so let's take a look at it real quick. And again, this previous, let me take all this off so you actually see something. This previous resistance here, we came up, got pushed to the downside, then we had a low. Now we're putting in a higher low. Okay, let me take that off, clean it up for you. So what we're expecting, I can get my pen to work here, is down, up, down, up. That's it, path. Okay. But what's affecting price? Okay. What's affecting price right now? For our 20, it began to kind of push to the downside, but it's, it's not at too deep of an angle that we can't get over it. Plus, if you remember from the previous, um, altcoin we were doing, Ethereum, see we have that red candle here, green's taking out the red, so we're expecting more, push to the upside, right? And then you always look left and find out whatever the problem may be, or whatever the previous support or previous resistance is. As you can see here, as what we pointed out a few seconds ago, green candle looking good, but like I said, it doesn't always work out. See, green takes out red, but it didn't work out this time. So that's why you have to have stop losses. But anyway, had a huge red candle that was resistance, and it could cause resistance today. We'll see how we close. And really, all of this is just kind of talk. We need to see how we actually close here in about 5 hours on the daily chart, this chart here. And as you can see through here, support, hey, all three here. 1, 2, 3, 4 days, support, 5, came back close into it, so on and so forth. So that, that helped with holding price at this level around 276, 275, that area, okay? But we are expecting follow through in that W formation. And that's how markets reverse. Either they reverse with a V or a W, where you make a high, lower high, then continue. Okay, so let's go to the last one here. Okay, a lot of folks are requesting XMR, Monero. Okay, so that's what's on the chart now. So yeah, we held the 200. A lot of times you get above the 200, you come back in, you'll hold it. This was really the takeout candle that started the run to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the chart's very strong, looks very good, so on and so forth. But what I'm, kind of cautious about at this high pivot here, then over here, the same deal. So there's areas that we're coming up to that, could be a problem. But strong chart, moved to the upside. Looks like it's following, the market. No harm, no foul. 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of times on the fifth candle, or you'll get a red candle. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm expecting. Plus, it's a pretty decent size green candle today, and we will see if we get that little pullback tomorrow. But not financial advice on any of this stuff. But if you're in it already, hey, we're coming into the season of a lot of potential gains. Well, see, look at that. I mean, almost to the penny. See that support here, red and green, came up here for a number of days, held, then finally got under it, retested. Okay, so you can see we came right up into. I mean, this stuff still amazes me how well it works if you know what you're doing, and know what to look for. But anyway, resistance there, and then for support, should we have a pullback here tomorrow, whatever. So looking at this low pivot through here, where you know make that blue for support. Now there are a couple of areas, just above it. This little zone there, this high pivot over there. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to challenge Monero, XRM, see if you can hold that blue dash line. Because you have a little, pause candle here. You had resistance, real strong resistance here. Once the red candle was put in and closed, it just went, to the bottom. So we'll see if that strong resistance will now be strong support. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a challenge here to the community XMR Monero to see if they can hold that. But right now, resistance there. What I would expect over the next couple of days, maybe a little pullback. See if we can hold it. Either pullback and run, or consolidation and push. So anyway, that's the speculation there. Nothing's 100%, but certain setups give you higher odds, okay? High 70s, low 80% probability odds that, the market or that altcoin or that stock is going to move from there, higher or break down lower. But anyway, guys, let's go here And I want to show you the course outline for new course that we have, finding, trading and profiting from altcoins and small cap stocks. As you can see, under the introduction, we break you into it. Altcoins, U.S. government partnerships, selected altcoins to benefit from, U.S. government partnerships, how to find the coins, how to find the small cap stocks, because the altcoins are only going to run for a small period of time, and they will run, okay, real hard, real fast. But what are you going to do with those profits? Just go and spend it on stupid things like cars and watches and stuff? No, you need to roll them over and learn how to trade the small cap stocks, which are really more predictable than the altcoins, and they too run very hard, very fast over an extended period of time. But anyway, different strategies for finding the coins or the small cap stocks, so on and so forth. And then, how to, trade them, how to set up, your trading view chart, how to set up your Coinbase advanced chart, exploring different strategies for, the coins or the small caps. Risk management, we go into deep detail there. There's only two types of people in the market. Okay, depositors and withdrawers. Okay, you want to be a withdrawer, because the depositors are always putting money in the account because they're always losing money. So I always have to put more money in the account, build it up so they can trade. Withdrawers, know this system, know this methodology, and they can, consistently pull money out of the market, pay off those credit cards, maybe make a car payment, get good enough to then make your mortgage payment each month. Okay, just something to think about. And then how to enter, hold, and sell. I mean, you can enter a trade, but it's really knowing when to sell that that's most important. Okay, so if anybody can click a mouse and get in, it's knowing when to get out and take those profits. But anyway, conclusion, we give you a bunch of tips and tricks here to help you. And then it's a little bonus. We have we have 3 more Zoom meetings that you're going to get with this course, where we meet in a small group, and I go over everything, and then, your questions, concerns, anything you need to know about the charts, so on and so forth. I'm there almost like one-on-one to answer those questions. But appreciate you watching very much, and we will see you on the charts.